Crowd is divided in this very special pure title match. The champion Jay Lethal in the green and white making just his second defense, and it is against his mentor Samoa Joe, who is the aggressor in the early going to this one. Samoa Joe not taking it easy on his protege. Lethal not intimidating, saying the real champ is here.
Just as Samoa Joe is not wasting any time, neither is Jay Lethal. This match can be summed up with one word: determination. Determination on the part of Samoa Joe to become the first Grand Slam champion here in ROH, to hold all three of the titles at some point during his career, and determination on the part of Jay Lethal to continue his rise in the ROH ranks and continue to represent this company as pure champion.
Of course, Samoa Joe, the legendary ROH World Champion, having held that belt for 21 months. He has his sights set on the pure title right now. I think that segment we saw at the beginning of this home release, Dave, sums up the whole relationship between Jay Lethal and Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, a huge part in getting Jay Lethal out of Special K, getting him serious, helping him, giving him the lessons that helped him win this title. Of course, Jay Lethal won the pure title on March the 5th, winning it from John Walters on a night that Jay Lethal actually had his face kicked in from an unknown assailant. If you saw the Trios Tournament home release, you saw Jay Lethal's face swelled up from that attack backstage. Jay Lethal doesn't know who did it. ROH officials have conducted an investigation. They have no clues who did it. Who did it? Hopefully we'll find out soon.
Samoa Joe earning this pure title shot in Dorchester, Massachusetts, winning that double stakes four-corner survival, the first fall to earn the pure title shot.
Samoa Joe victorious there, just like Jay Lethal on that night at Stalemate, defeating Spanky in an underrated classic. And what a victory that was for Lethal to defeat a competitor like Spanky. Real quick, Dave, I do have to go over the rules of the pure title matches. They are under different rules than any other ROH match. There is a 20 count on the floor. Of course, normally there's no countouts in ROH. You only get 3 rope breaks, Dave. That means you can only go to the ropes 3 times to break up a submission or pinfall attempt. After that, the ropes are in play, and your opponent can use them to his advantage. The title can change hands on a disqualification or countout. Now, this is not a rope break, as Lethal was not in a pinfall or submission attempt, as... Whoa!
Samoa Joe not giving a clean break to Jay Lethal. That just shows how serious he is and how much he wants that title.
You know what this is like? This is like maybe 2 football players who are best friends. One might be an offensive lineman, the other a defensive lineman. But once that game starts on Sunday, they are not going to hold back against each other.
Jay Lethal with the neckbreaker on Samoa Joe, driving him down to the canvas. Lateral press by Lethal, but Joe able to get that shoulder up just after the count of 1.
These two have put their friendship aside for this one match. This is about winning. This is about titles. And these two wouldn't have it any other way.
Jay Lethal tying up the legs of Samoa Joe, rolling him over.
Unique submission from Lethal. Wow, look at that. That is just stretching the shoulder joints, the torso, tying up the legs, and Joe using a rope break. I forgot one last rule. There is no closed fist to the face in pure title matches. On your first closed fist, you will get a warning. The second one will cost you a rope break. And if you're out of rope breaks, you will be disqualified.
Solid chop across the chest of the former ROH World Champion Samoa Joe as his protege just pounds away. Backs Joe into the corner. Irish whip reversed. Jay Lethal puts on the brakes in the corner, connects with the elbow. For the second turnbuckle he goes for the cross body, but Joe just sort of stepping out of harm's way.
Very nonchalant from Joe. There's a closed fist. Great job by Todd Sinclair stepping in.
And that's a warning for Samoa Joe right there. Lethal, not wasting any time, follows up with the neck breaker. Samoa Joe already using one of his rope breaks, already given a warning for the closed fist.
Dave, I got to bring this up one more time. I have to ask you, do you know anything about who attacked Jay Lethal backstage at the Trios tournament? Who caved in his face?
Nobody has been able to find out anything. The investigation came up with nothing. I've asked wrestlers in the locker room. Nobody has any clue who it was. But the embassy has been ruled out as potential suspects.
And there's another rope break used by Samoa Joe.
Well, the advantage certainly in the favor of the champion now. Samoa Joe down 2 rope breaks.
You are right about the embassy. They were the top suspects at first, but they have been ruled out. The investigation is ongoing. We will keep you updated. Gary Michael Capetta will keep you updated, and hopefully we'll learn something soon. But right now, the bigger story is Samoa Joe down 2 rope breaks.
Up and over goes Jay Lethal. Backflip back to his feet. You can backflip all you want, but if you walk right into that big arm of Samoa Joe, he's going to plant you through the ring.
Samoa Joe put together that legendary ROH World title reign. He knows what it takes to be a champion. He put them all down. AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, Paul London, Homicide, Doug Williams. The list goes on and on and on. CM Punk, the legendary trilogy against CM Punk, including the 2 one-hour draws and that fantastic final match at All-Star Extravaganza 2. The 5-star match against CM Punk and Joe versus Punk 2. The list goes on and on and on. And one day, 20, 30 years from now, when there's an ROH Hall of Fame, you better believe that Samoa Joe will be on in the first ballot.
You know, based just on that track record of Samoa Joe, the previous legendary matches here in ROH, what would it mean for Jay Lethal to come up with a victory not only against his mentor to hold on to the pure title, but against one of the very best, one of the elite in Ring of Honor?
No doubt it would be the biggest victory in Jay Lethal's life. And I think Samoa Joe might have been going for a closed fist there, thought better of it now with the forearms.
Back and forth they go. Lethal with a solid chop, but Joe staying on his feet.
You notice Lethal is really outclassing Joe. Oh!
Another close fist.
Another close fist by Samoa Joe. He now loses his 3rd rope break.
The challenger is out of rope breaks. The champion with a huge advantage. He is up 3-0 when it comes to rope breaks. This means Samoa Joe can no longer use the ropes to save himself, and it also means Jay Lethal can use a submission in the ropes, just like he did to Spanky at Stalemate.
Powerbomb from Samoa Joe. Turns it over into a Boston Crab. Jay Lethal trying to crawl his way toward the ropes. Joe cinches in the STF, changes it up.
Now Lethal can't afford to use a rope break here as he is up 3-0, and that's what he might want to do. He might want to conserve his energy and just use a rope break, and yes, he gets to the ropes.
You know, normally you'd think that the more experienced wrestler, the more successful wrestler thus far in his career would have the advantage at this point in a matchup such as this, but the champion, the student, if you will, is the one in command.
But don't forget, Samoa Joe has never been in a pure title match before. Jay Lethal has had a couple under his belt. He is obviously much more familiar with the rules and, more importantly, the strategies of a pure title match.
It is certainly a different style and something that the wrestlers here in ROH have gotten used to over time. As Samoa Joe with the running knee lift in the corner, and he's got Lethal down for the face wash. It's the ropes, and comes Joe.
Lethal coming back again, fighting off Samoa Joe again. Both men down. It's 50-50 in this crowd.
It's very difficult for the fans here in Manhattan to choose just one of these two competitors as to who to throw their support behind. Running suplex right there from Jay Lethal. He's got Samoa Joe down. And now climbing the turnbuckles in the corner. Trying to get his balance all the way up top. Diving headbutt right to the shoulder of Samoa Joe. Cover. Joe able to kick out. High impact maneuver from the pure champion, but can't put the former world champion away. Again measures in for the chop right across the chest. Lethal with Samoa Joe into the ropes, holds on. Lethal comes charging, elevates him, but landing on the apron, connects with the forearm strike. Lethal going for the shoulder block and gets kicked right in the shoulder from Samoa Joe, knocked down to the floor.
I think that might have been a close fist. Todd Sinclair calling that a close fist from Lethal. A bad mistake there, but more importantly, Joe hits the tope. Both men down on the floor. There's a 20 count going on right now. The belt can change hands on a count out.
The crowd is electric here in Manhattan as a strike on the floor from Jay Lethal. Both men struggling to get back to their feet. Referee up to a count of 9 and a slap right across the face of Lethal.
I'm very surprised Lethal made that mistake of the closed fist as both men working their way back up to the ring. Todd Sinclair stopping the count.
Both men on the apron, but not inside the ring just yet. Forearm strike from Samoa Joe. Chop from Lethal. And again. And trademark strike slaps right across the face by Samoa Joe. Lethal ducks that attempt.
He's got a sleeper hold, and this is legal. Because Joe has used all his rope breaks. This is legal. Jay Lethal beats Spanky with a unique submission in the ropes. Can he do it again to his mentor?
Samoa Joe doing whatever he can to get out of that hold. Got a running start, and both men went crashing through the table at ringside.
We can see the first double count out in ROH history right here. I don't see how they're going to get up from that.
They've got till the count of 20 here as Sinclair applies the count. Samoa Joe crawling away from Lethal. They have injured his arm on the way, crashing through that table.
I believe that counts up to 11 or 12. Samoa Joe definitely sacrificing his body to get out of that hole. Distance, and Joe gets in.
So we see a count-out title change right here.
Sinclair looking at Joe. No, here comes Lethal. Wow, can you believe these two are friends? This is what the titles mean in ROH. This is what competitiveness is about in ROH. Both men putting their bodies on the line for the ROH Pure Championship. Huge chops.
Power slam from Joe.
Right into an arm submission. Lethal clasping those hands together for his life, using a rope break.
His feet able to reach the bottom rope to save himself from that submission hold.
Now it is 3-2 two and rope breaks in favor of the champion, and Jay Lethal now has to change his strategy. He has to be careful about using that last rope break. Of course, if Joe gets the choke on you, you want to have the ropes as an option to escape it, because otherwise we're going to see a title change.
Joe looking for another power bomb, but Lethal landing on his feet, connects with the neck breaker, and now to the second turnbuckle, catches the head into a DDT. Cover!
It's going to take more than that to defeat Samoa Joe. Jay Lethal has to start thinking about hitting that dragon suplex. It's the move that won him the title. It's the move that won him so many matches on his road to the title. Samoa Joe, of course, uses the choke, the island driver, and the muscle buster.
Forearm strikes from Lethal. Open hand strike that time. Hits the ropes now. Joe blocks it, and a palm strike of his own.
Lariat, down goes Lethal.
Full Nelson, a dragon!
He nails the dragon! Cover! Somehow, Samoa Joe kicks out.
This crowd can't believe the competitive nature of the pure title matchup tonight here in Manhattan.
Lethal might try. He's going to follow up with another one.
Samoa Joe works his way out of that position. Elbows now to the side of the head of Samoa Joe. Lethal off the ropes. Full Nelson by Samoa Joe. Broken by Lethal. German suplex. Holding onto the waist lock. Dragon suplex by Samoa Joe on Lethal.
This is a Chamorro combo.
decides to let the Timberland all be the grill. You want to look at so pretty when your face is all swollen up, burger. That's right, I did it. That's right. I'm the one who laid you out. I'm the one who showed you the face when you look a lot better than what you're doing now. Listen, we want you. We want you. We want Ring of Honor and anyone from coming into New York City. If you want to be that brave and come all up in my area, you see where we come from. You see where we come from, it's all about respect. Now I know damn well ROH ain't coming into New York City and gonna disrespect any of the Rottweilers. Now this is gonna happen to anyone who continues to disrespect the Rottweilers. Where I come from, it's all about respect. It's either earned or beaten into you. And Jay Lethal, you didn't earn it. And I'm gonna show you how we do from the NYC, old boy. Yeah!